Worries about COVID-19 can incur significant damage, particularly in case you're as of now living with an anxiety issue. Yet, keep in mind that you're not frail. These tips can assist you with traversing this upsetting time. How might you comprehend your anxiety? It's a startling time. We're amidst an overall pandemic, with urban communities and even whole nations closing down. A few of us are in zones that have just been influenced by coronavirus. Others are preparing for what may come. And we all are watching the features and pondering what will occur straight away. For some people, the vulnerability encompassing coronavirus is the hardest thing to deal with. We don't have the foggiest idea of how precisely we'll be affected or how terrible things may get. What's more, that makes it very simple to catastrophize and winding out into overpowering fear and frenzy. Be that as it may, there are numerous things you can do, even notwithstanding this one-of-a-kind emergency, to deal with your anxiety and fears. Concentrate on the things you can control. We're in a period of monstrous change. There are such a large number of things outside of our control, including to what extent the pandemic keeps going, how others carry on, and what will occur in our networks. That is an extreme thing to acknowledge, thus a significant number of us react by interminably scanning the internet for answers and thoroughly considering all the various situations that may occur. Be that as it may, insofar as we're concentrating on inquiries with mysterious answers and conditions outside of our own control, this technique will accomplish nothing for us besides feeling depleted, on edge, and overpowered. At the point when you feel yourself becoming involved with the dread of what may occur, attempt to move your concentration to things you can control. For instance, you can't control how serious the coronavirus episode is in your city or town, yet you can find a way to decrease your very own hazard and the hazard you'll unconsciously spread it to other people, for example, washing your hands much of the time, for at any rate 20 seconds, with cleanser and water or a hand sanitizer that contains in any event 60% liquor. Abstaining from contacting your face, especially your eyes, nose, and mouth. Remaining at home however much as could reasonably be expected, regardless of whether you don't feel wiped out. Staying away from groups and social occasions of at least 10 people. Staying away from all unnecessary shopping and travel. Keeping 6 feet of separation among yourself as well as other people when out. Getting a lot of rest, which helps bolster your insusceptible framework. Following all suggestions from health specialists. Remain educated yet don't fanatically check the news. It's essential to remain educated, especially about what's going on in your locale, so you can follow prompted security assurances and do your part to slow the spread of coronavirus. However, there's a great deal of deception going around, just as dramatic inclusion that alone feeds into dread. It's essential to be recognizing what you read and watch. Stick to dependable sources, for example, the CDC, the World Health Organization, and your nearby general health specialists. Limit how frequently you check for refreshers. Consistent checking of news and online live channels can rapidly turn urgent and counterproductive, filling anxiety instead of facilitating it. The cutoff is distinctive for everybody, so focus on how you're feeling and alter it as need be. Step away from media in the event that you begin feeling overpowered. In the event that anxiety is a continuous issue, consider restricting your media utilization to a particular time period and time of day, for example, 30 minutes each night at 7 p.m. Ask somebody solid to share significant updates. In the event that you'd feel better maintaining a strategic distance from media altogether, ask somebody you trust to go along any significant updates you have to think about. Be cautious about what you share. Put forth a valiant effort to confirm data before passing it on. Snopes coronavirus collection is one spot to begin. We as a whole need to do our part to abstain from spreading gossipy tidbits and making superfluous frenzy. Approaches to prevent what-ifs from spiraling wild. Surrendering our craving for conviction and control is more difficult than one might expect. In the event that you feel yourself begin to turn out into pessimism or frenzy, establishing yourself right now can stop the negative winding and permit your level-headed cerebrum to return on the web. The strategy is straightforward yet compelling. Carry your consideration regarding your breath and your body. Concentrate the entirety of your consideration on the present time and place, seeing the sights, sounds, and scents around you and what you're feeling in your body. Keep on breath gradually in and out, tenderly taking your brain back to your body and breath each time it floats, until you feel increasingly quiet. Plan for what you can. It's normal to be worried about what may occur if your work environment shuts, your kids need to remain at home from school, you or somebody you love becomes ill, or you need to self-quarantine. While these conceivable outcomes can be startling to consider, being proactive can help diminish probably a portion of the anxiety. Record explicit stresses you have over how coronavirus may disturb your life. In the event that you begin feeling overpowered, enjoy a reprieve. Cause a rundown of all the potential arrangements you can consider. Do whatever it takes not to get too hung up on great choices. Incorporate whatever rings a bell that could assist you with getting by. Concentrate on solid things you would probably be able to tackle or change, as opposed to conditions outside your ability to control. After you've assessed your choices, draw up a strategy. At the point when you're set, saved it, and fight the temptation to return to it until you need it or your conditions fundamentally change. Feelings are infectious, so be insightful about who you go to for help. We all are going to require consolation, counsel, or a thoughtful ear during this troublesome time. In any case, be cautious who you pick as a sounding board. The coronavirus isn't the main thing that is infectious. So are feelings. Abstain from discussing the virus with individuals who will, in general, be negative or who fortify and increase your apprehensions. Go to the people throughout your life who are attentive, prudent, and great audience members. On the off chance that you don't have somebody you trust to go to, apps, for example, 7 Cups are a decent asset for nothing, passionate help. Remain associated in any event, when truly separated. Proof shows that numerous individuals with coronavirus, especially youthful, apparently healthy people, don't have indications however can at present spread the virus. That is the reason the greatest thing that the vast majority can do right currently to have a constructive outcome is to rehearse social removing. In any case, social removing accompanies its own dangers. People are social creatures. We're designed for association. Detachment and forlornness can compound anxiety and misery, and even affect our physical well-being. That is the reason it's imperative to remain associated as well as can be expected and connect for help when we need it, even as we cut back on face-to-face mingling. Focus on it to keep in contact with loved ones. If you will in general pull back when discouraged or on edge, consider booking normal telephone, visit, or Skype dates to neutralize that inclination. While in-person visits are constrained, substitute video talking in case you're capable. Up-close and personal contact resembles a nutrient for your mental well-being, diminishing your danger of discouragement and helping ease anxiety and stress. Internet-based life can be a useful asset, not just for interfacing with companions, family, and colleagues, yet for feeling associated from a more noteworthy perspective to our networks, nation, and the world. It reminds us we're not the only one. All things considered, be aware of how social media is causing you to feel. Try not to stop for a second to quiet watchwords or people who are compounding your anxiety. What's more, log off if it's aggravating you feel. Try not to let coronavirus overwhelm each discussion. It's critical to take parts from stressful musings about the pandemic to just appreciate each other's conversation, to snicker, share stories, and spotlight on different things going on in our lives. Help other people, it will cause you to feel better. On occasion this way, it's anything but difficult to become involved with your own feelings of trepidation and concerns. Yet, in the midst of the considerable number of accounts of individuals battling about moves of bathroom tissue or arranging outside weapons stores to arm themselves, it's critical to calmly inhale and recollect that we're all in this together. As a statement flowing in Italy reminds us, we're remaining far separated now so we can grasp each other later. It's no occurrence that the individuals who center around others out of luck and bolster their networks, particularly during times of emergencies, will in general be more joyful and more advantageous than the individuals who act egotistically. Helping other people not just has any kind of effect to your locale, and even to the more extensive world right now, it can likewise bolster your own well-being and mental health. A significant part of the anguish going with this pandemic originates from feeling weak. Doing kind and accommodating represents others can assist you with recovering a feeling of command over your life, just as including importance and reason. In any event, when you're self-segregating or keeping up social separation, there's still bounty you can do to help other people. Follow rules for forestalling the spread of the virus. Regardless of whether you're not in a high-hazard gathering, remaining at home, washing your hands much of the time, and maintaining a strategic distance from contact with others can help spare the lives of the most defenseless in your locale and forestall overburdening the healthcare framework. Contact others out of luck. On the off chance that you know people in your locale who are separated, especially the older or incapacitated, you can even now offer help. Maybe a more established neighbor needs assistance with food supplies or satisfying a remedy. You can generally leave bundles close to home to keep away from direct contact. Or then again, perhaps they simply need to hear a cordial, consoling voice via telephone. Numerous neighborhood social media gatherings can help put you in contact with powerless individuals in your general vicinity. Give to nourishment banks. Alarm purchasing and accumulating have left market racks stripped uncovered, as well as definitely diminished supplies to food banks. You can support senior citizens, less fortunate families, and others deprived by giving nourishment or money. Be a quieting impact. If companions or friends and family feel like they're drowning due to the particular circumstances, attempt to assist them with increasing some point of view on the circumstance. Rather than scaremongering or offering assurance to bogus gossipy tidbits, allude them to respectable news sources. Being a positive, inspiring impact in these restless occasions can assist you with resting easy thinking about your own circumstance as well. Be caring to other people. An irresistible ailment isn't associated with any racial or ethnic gathering, so make some noise in the event that you hear negative generalizations that just advance bias. With the correct viewpoint and goals, we would all be able to guarantee that benevolence and noble cause spread all through our networks much quicker than this virus. Deal with your body and soul. This is an uncommonly trying time, and all the time-tested stress the executive systems apply, for example, consuming quality meals, getting a lot of sleep, and meditating. Past that, here are a few hints for rehearsing self-care even with the one-of-a-kind interruptions brought about by the coronavirus. Be caring to yourself. Back off of yourself in case you're encountering more melancholy or anxiety than expected. You're not the only one in your battles. Keep up an everyday practice admirably well. Regardless of whether you're stuck at home, attempt to adhere to your ordinary sleep, school, feast, or work routine. This can assist you with keeping up a feeling of regularity. Invest significant time for exercises you appreciate. Peruse a decent book, watch a satire, play a great board or computer game, make something, regardless of whether it's another formula, an art, or a bit of craftsmanship. It doesn't make a difference what you do, as long as it removes you from your concerns. Get out in nature, if conceivable. Daylight and natural air will benefit you. Indeed, even a stroll around your neighborhood can cause you to feel better. Simply make certain to dodge swarms, stay away from people you experience, and obey limitations in your general vicinity. Discover approaches to work out. Remaining dynamic will assist you with discharging anxiety, alleviate pressure, and deal with your state of mind. While the gym and group fitness sessions are out, you can even now bicycle, walk, jog, or go for a hike. Or then again, in case you're stuck at home, look online for exercise recordings you can follow. There are numerous things you can do even without equipment, for example, yoga and workouts that utilization your own body weight. Evade self-sedating. Be cautious that you're not utilizing alcohol or different substances to manage anxiety or extreme sadness. If you have a propensity to drink too much in the best of times, it might be a smart thought to keep away from drinking until further notice. Take up an unwinding hobby. At the point when stressor toss your sensory system out of equalization, unwinding methods, for example, profound breathing, yoga and meditation can bring you once again into a condition of harmony. Ordinary practice conveys the best advantages, so check whether you can put aside even a brief period consistently. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more tips, information and advice from Wellness World.